Hey peeps, it's Shane again. Um, so I'm gonna make this video today, and I really hope this is the last video I make on this subject. I'm just gonna be upfront with you guys. I am so mentally exhausted by this whole situation, and at this point, I'm even more confused. Not mad, just more confused than I was in the beginning. So I'll get right to it. There's my Mannix. Um, Came in a box in the mail today with no letter, no explanation, no apology about why I was put through all this to begin with. Um, Guys, since the beginning, I've only been left with messages that he has sent other people and broken messages that he has sent me, talking in circles that never explained anything. I still, to this point, have not received any explanation for this. I know for a fact he wasn't charitably giving me $80. Um, he told Beard of Doom that this was for payment for half of this knife. And once Kevin at Beard of Doom put the screws to him to do the right thing, he shipped this from his workplace, which seems awfully easy. If you can ship things from his workplace, none of the excuses for extended shipping times make any sense at all whatsoever. I made a video, or I made a statement in my first video that if the knife showed up, that I would eat crow. I would make a video announcing that I did receive it. Um, does this make us square? Sure, why not? At this point, all the guy would owe me for is mental anguish, and I don't care about that. I got my knife back. Um, I got an explanation on the situation with the Mannix XL and why I saw it online. It is so confusing. I'm not going to try to explain it because it makes no difference. I got my knife back. I do want to cover one thing, guys. Um, he's not been in communication with me. However, he's been in communication with other people in the community, brokenhearted and really upset about the amount of hate that he's received and the threats and all this other stuff. And I never asked for that, guys. You're grown men. You're going to do what you want to do. But, I never asked for anybody to threaten the guy or message him at all. I only made the information public because um, I felt like people needed to know what it was like dealing with this person. Um, you know, if I was a lesser person, I would share all the messages just so that you could get a feel for uh, the delusional chain of thought and the talking in circles, so that he never has to answer a question. All this led up to me making the original video, and since then, many people have come out in embarrassment and thanked me for bringing it to their attention because they were victim of it too. Has he done anything absolutely egregious and stole from anyone? No. Now that I have my knife back, no. As far as what it took to get my knife back and was all that necessary, absolutely not. Guys, and keep in mind, guys, this happened to me, and I appreciate you guys coming out in defense of me. But I no way want to support online bullying or threats or anything like that. So just take it for what it was. It was a buyer beware type situation. Now you guys know, you can draw your own conclusions. But I would like to ask that, especially on my behalf, not to make threats. That's not okay. I'm going to end this video with my words that I messaged to Drew. And what I'm hoping is the last correspondence. Um, if he wants to make a video or an Instagram post and try to explain this tangled web, because trust me, guys, it's way more tangled than many of you know. Um, and try to explain himself, I'll be willing to listen. I'll be willing to comment in. I've since the beginning done nothing but give him the benefit of the doubt, and to some degree, I'd be willing to do that to some degree. So this is how I responded when I received the knife, and I'm just going to leave it at this. Uh, I received my knife. I don't know that I can ever really enjoy it again. I never wanted any of this. All you had to do was communicate with me instead of letting me stew in my assumptions. I made it very clear in my video that I never thought you set out to create this situation, but here we are. I'm as sick about it as you are. Maybe in your future endeavors, you could slow down talking and actually listen, and maybe communicate with people better. No one who's dealt with you felt comfortable in the end and never really knew what they were getting or the cost. Had you texted me when I told you to, much of this could have been avoided. I even warned you that if you didn't explain, I would be left to assume, but you never considered me or my stress in this situation. You just handled it on your schedule. So congrats. Guys, that was not meant to be malicious or mean. I said those things trying to give him some advice on how to handle himself through the rest of his life, because all of this could have been avoided. Every single bit of it. In the end, if people say, well, it just took a little while, you got your knife. Well, that's true, but that doesn't explain that. That doesn't explain the fact that he told Beard of Doom that he was trying to purchase the knife and sent me half the money without my permission. None of that is explainable away. He's even admitted to someone in the community that I was right about some things. Some of my assumptions were incorrect. That's entirely possible. When somebody reaches out to you over a week ago and asks you to explain, and you just choose to let them sit around and stress about it, that's what's going to happen. Um, so if we learn anything from this, guys, it's not just communicate. Maybe it's over communicate um, to the point of getting on people's nerves because you're feeding them too much information when it comes to deals like this. But I mean, that's what I'll do from this point on. Um, the main thing that causes me sadness now is any of you who have ever watched any of my content, especially my actual knife content, um, you will already know that there are a couple of things that drive me in the knife hobby. One is the boring concept of, you know, performance cutting and edge retention. And the second is how a knife makes me feel. I've talked about it numerous times. This knife could never bring me any positivity ever again. There's no way. I'm sick looking at it right now. It'll never do anything but remind me of this situation and the fact that my hand was forced to do something I absolutely did not want to do. So I'm stuck with that. Uh, I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate all the understanding and the kind words and taking my side, I guess. But like I said, uh, I never asked for any hate messages. I never asked for any threats. So that's not okay in any situation. Uh, yeah, I guess I'm going to make this an open tag. Drew, make a video and explain yourself. You know, there are some assumptions that I made that you made no effort to clear up. There's one very confusing aspect of this initial knife trade that I'll only explain if you want to bring it up. And it's not necessary. Well, I'll just leave it at that. I'm only going to explain that part of it if you want to bring it up. So, yeah, guys, that's it. I got my knife back. I guess at this point it's over. And thank you guys for, hearing me out. You guys know I appreciate the amount of time y'all spend with me. Peace. Love y'all.